Hello and welcome to this video on removing programs from Windows 7. To get to the appropriate screen for removing programs, click on the Start button. And if your control panel shows up here, then go ahead and click on it. If it doesn't, there are a couple other ways you can get there. You can just type Control Panel, start typing Control Panel, and it'll give you suggestions and you can click on the Control Panel to get there. Or you can click the Start button, go to All Programs, then to Accessories, then to System Tools, and up to Control Panel. When you get to Control Panel, you want to click on Programs and Features. And this will bring you up to the screen that shows you every program that you have on your computer. Now, it's amazing how many programs can collect on your computer without you really realizing it, and this one is no different. There's a lot of programs on here. But this is also a very large hard drive computer with lots of resources. So it's not going to affect this computer very much. But if you have a laptop or you have an older desktop or even a newer desktop that doesn't have a lot of power, these programs can really slow it down. Now, keep in mind when removing programs, this is the only way you should ever remove a program unless the program in your actual program folder has an uninstall feature. But this is the best place to go to remove programs. Never ever go into Windows Explorer and just delete a directory that has a program in it, because this won't remove everything from your computer. So not only will you not get the maximum benefit, but because files will stay in the places in Windows where it looks when it starts up, it's going to try and start those programs up and not find them and give you lots of error messages, and your computer may actually run worse than it did in the first place. So always remove them correctly from this screen. So one of the things you can look at here to see how much space these programs are taking up is the size option here. And for example, if you look at this program, this is Adobe Creative Suite 5 Master Collection. It takes up an entire gigabyte. Now that's a huge program, but that's because it's a bunch of smaller programs. So if you're running short on hard drive space, you can scroll down through here and look and see what programs are taking up the most space, and delete those if you don't need them, or just delete them anyway if you don't need them. So I'm going to find a program on here that I don't need so I can show you what it looks like when you remove one. And we're going to go to this Creative Media Source. This is from an old sound card that I installed in here to see if it would work, and I didn't care for the way it performed, so I took it out, but the software stays on. So if I want to remove this, I just click on it and go up to uninstall. Now depending on what you click on, different programs will give you different options. Sometimes you'll get one for repairing something, like, let's see if we can find one. Camtasia Studio 7, for example, will let you repair, change, or uninstall. So if the program isn't running right, you can actually come here too and try and repair it, and a lot of times that will fix it. But for the moment, let's go to this one. And I just want to show you what it looks like when you do uninstall. So click on uninstall, and you'll get this dialog, and the dialogues will be different depending on the program too, because all this does is launch the program's uninstall feature. So I just want to remove this particular component. So click there, click on Creative Media Source, click Next, and it's going to go about removing this software. This feature can speed your computer up tremendously because, as I said before, when you have a lot of programs on your computer, Windows has to do a lot of background work for each one. Every time your computer starts up, it checks to make sure that every program on your computer is working properly and that all the files are in the right place. It loads little programs, utilities and services, they're called, that stay in memory all the time you're using your computer. And so even if you're not using that program, a lot of stuff about that program can remain in in memory and on your hard drive and really slow your computer down. So it's really a good idea to keep these programs cleaned off if you don't need them. Okay, so it's going to come up with this screen about restarting. I'm not going to restart at the moment. I just want to show you that. But it's always a good idea to restart after you've done this, because it finishes removing all the little pieces of files that might be left there. So we'll click Finish. And when you're done, you can just click on the X to dismiss the program and you're ready to go. Thanks for watching.